So what's up, everyone? Merry Christmas.
In July.
Are you guys having a good time in Dahlonega?
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen much of Dahlonega, but the University of North Georgia has been lovely.
Yeah, it is a nice spot.
And the fireflies. Big time firefly. Yeah. They were
And
all
the mosquitoes, lots of those too.
Oh my gosh, the mosquitoes are everywhere.
Oh yeah. They were a big fan of me.
So what got you guys into acting?
Oh man, you probably got a better story than mine. I grew up doing handyman stuff. I worked in construction for my dad, and I bartended in like 9 million different restaurants, and I could never figure out how all I did was work, and I never had any money, and the math just wasn't mathing. Like I could not possibly work any more than I was working, and you would get scouted, and they were like, "You should get in film and TV," and I was like, "Oh, "Okay, I'll do that. That'll work. That'll be great." I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So, but I just figured, I could probably get another bar gig, and my dad's probably not going to fire me, so I'm going to give it a go. And if it works, that would be cool. And if it doesn't work, then I'll just be like, "Hey, Dad, can I have a job, please?" So I gave it a go, and I don't know. I got really, really lucky at several strategically important times in a row, and I wish that I could say I did it all on purpose, but I feel very much like I've been a kind of a passenger on my ride, and I've been really fortunate, and it just kind of worked out. And I look back sometimes, and I'm like, man, I don't know what I did right, but I'll take it. So, Brian.
Yeah, I just loved film and television growing up. I think like a lot of us in this room, it's a departure from any tough moments in life, those trials and tribulations, those mundane moments. You want that departure. So television and film was that for me. I was in the hospital when I was 15, and every boy's dream, my nurse happened to be a model, as they do. And she told me at the time, she said, you should model, Chad, when you get out of here. I said, well, I don't really want to model. I want to be an actor. I want to be in movies. And she said, well, you can segue. When you get out of here, I'm going to introduce you to this modeling company. You're going to segue, all right? You're getting out of this hospital, and I'm taking you over there. And she did. Her name was Sandy, and God bless her. She introduced me to the modeling agency, and we didn't have any money. We were broke. And they paid my way to go to a convention, which ultimately I met one man there, and all these modeling agents, and I didn't want any of that. I only wanted the one acting guy. And so I trusted him. His name was Eddie Winkler. I went out to Burbank, 17 years old, and that was that. And I feel very blessed.
Do you guys what was your landing your first audition, getting your first role? What did that feel like? Is there a story behind it?
That was the first stroke of luck for me. I didn't have managers, and I was with a commercial agency, and the gal that headed it was like a cartoon character, raspy voice, smoked in her office. Janine.
Of course it is.
Her name was Janine. And Janine was one of those, like the wall in her office was glass, so if you came into the place, she could see everybody was coming and going. She was one of those. She was, and I had done really, really well that year commercially, just kind of by fluke, which always looks good to the brass, shall we say. And, she just had one of those chats. It's like, what are you doing with all of this? I don't know, man. You send me an email, I go. You don't send me an email, I go. I never reached out, and I'm like, why am I not being submitted? I don't know. I was really kind of passive. Again, I kind of felt like a passenger through this whole thing. She's like, I know these guys. You should meet them. And they're a manager duo who were looking to kind of like start somebody out, which was great because that answered my next question of like, I don't have a resume. What am I going to do? Just show up and be like, hi, I would like a job, But I did. I walked there. They gave me some pages. I memorized things really fast. So I don't know if I'm good at it, but I really know your script. And we started working together, and casually in conversation one day, one of them was like, you should meet Mark. And I was like, yeah, all right, cool, let's meet Mark. Who's Mark? Mark is the casting director for ABC Daytime. And And so he took an informal meeting. It wasn't a casting or anything like that. They knew each other personally, and I'm sure Mark was like, yeah, sure, whatever, I'll see your boy, say bye. So I went by and we hung out, and he's kind of notorious for like 15-minute power meetings. He sits down and stares very intensely at you, and then And I was there for like 3 hours that day, and he gave me pages, and I had to, and I we had like an impromptu audition, and it was a right place, right time thing, because Kirsten Storms was pregnant at the time, and they were trying to figure out how they were going to, she's a really popular character, she plays Nancy Jones on General Hospital, they were trying to figure out how they were going to explain her absence. She was going to vanish for a while, and then when she came back, they wanted a love interest without breaking up anybody else. And I think that conversation had happened like literally the day before I met Mark. And it literally was like you'll do. and then that was that. They were just like, all right, that's cool. I mean, he speaks English, he works out, that's okay, let's give him a try. If he sucks, we'll fire him. And then somehow or another, I managed to stay afloat for 4.5 years there, and that was my first job. And it wasn't even an audition, it was just a thing. And I got really lucky. Yeah, it's just, it was the weirdest thing, man. It was LA Talent. Yeah, when Janine Lay still ran it, she called Todd Justice around the corner. I walked 2 blocks there, and that phone call started everything.
Gosh. When I went out at the best time possible for me. I think they were literally looking for a blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy. I just so happened to fit that mold. There he is. They're like, we'll take him. You know, they were looking for like the next Paul Walker or something, I don't even know. And I just got out there, and my first gig was chicken soup for the Teenage Soul. And I was over the moon when I got it. And I think it's some of the only work my nose was, it was before my nose was broken.
Yeah.
I got jumped into Burger King in like March of 2020. And then from there on, I actually started working way more. So I owe him a thank you. But yeah, that's what it was. But I was really blessed. I was beyond blessed. Like I moved down in September of '99, and by January of 2000, I had a development deal with Warner Brothers. And they don't even, I mean, that doesn't really exist in that sport. I was really lucky. So beyond blessed.
All right, everybody, I'm going to be turning it over to you in just a moment, so get your questions ready. But Ryan, I've always been fascinated about the soap opera life because there's 5 episodes a week that you guys have to film and have on air.
We tape 8 episodes a week, so if you've never been on a soap set before, the way that machine works is, I mean, it's pedal to the metal. Like a network television show will shoot 3 to 6 pages of dialogue a day. A Hallmark, 8 to 15. At 15, everybody's freaking out. If you're shooting a Hallmark movie, we got 15 pages today, panic at the disco. A soap opera will shoot 150 pages a day. At least GH did. We shoot 8 episodes a week because they had a staggered filming schedule. We're on for 5 weeks and then we're off for 2. The 5 weeks that we film, we build a 3 episode per week surplus that gets us through the 2-week break. I don't know why they do it that way, it's just how they do it. If you're not good at memorizing, you will not survive. My page count record to date at General Hospital was 76 pages in a day. And that was a day, man. But you shoot a scene like this, and the machine is entirely different in a soap opera. We shoot it in what is essentially something like this. It's a huge airplane hangar. Down the center is where all the cameras roll. All the lights are all fixed. So all of that stuff it never moves, it never changes. We do a little bit of blocking in the morning, which is why some of us look so wooden, because what ends up happening is you got 4 cameras working simultaneously. 2 of them are shooting a wide, 2 of them are shooting coverage. You are left to decide. If you move, you'll at least look like you're alive in the wide, but they'll never catch you in the close-up. If you don't move, you'll get your close-up, but you look like you've had a stroke in the wide. So you have to decide, kind of on the spot, is this like an emotionally charged thing and I really want them to see my face? Or are we going to be spending a lot of time walking and talking, in which case I should probably move a little in this one. And it's super high pressure. If everybody's standing where they're supposed to stand and they basically said what they were supposed to say, that's going on TV. Moving on. You wait for the voice from above, we're both looking at each other like, moving on. And then they move the cameras, at which point you have 30 seconds and you're sitting on your script, I'm sitting on my script. You take the thing out, we're like, all right, we got 30 seconds, let's do it. We run it really quick, and then we do the next one. And you do that until it's time to go home. So it's a very high pressure, fast paced thing, but it's kind of cool because for somebody like me who had 0 acting experience, no training, and no nothing, when you go to other projects from that, everything feels like cake, man. You show up and they're like, we got 10 pages tonight, it's serious. I'm like, 10 pages? Dude, I don't even read them yet, it's fine. Have a burrito, it's cool. Have some breakfast, they got orange juice, and everybody's panicking, like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. But yeah, it's intense. But fun, because it's intense for all of us when you're in it. If you've had other jobs that were like high pressure jobs and you got like your buddies that you work with, you're together in it. We're in this. It's a collaborative effort. So, and then at the end of the day, you feel like you did something. I'm probably not going to win any awards for it, but we told some stories today. So it's good. It's good. It was a formative period in my life, that's for sure.
All right. Well, my last question is stories that you can tell in public. Do you guys each have a fun story from set?
I mean, I probably told this a whole bunch. It's not from the soap opera land, but I had a Hallmark film called 2 Tickets to Paradise. They flew me to Hawaii, and I've surfed my whole life. And when I got the script, they were surfing the script, and I was like, I don't want to do the movie unless you'll let me do the surfing. Like, that's the thing. I'm not trying to be like a diva about it, but come on, man, you can't fly me all the way over there and then give it to some other guy. That's not going to be a thing. So they flew me there, and then they set me up with a date with the line producer, Kenny Burke. They're like, you should meet Kenny, he's great, you guys go surf together, he's gonna be a good buddy. Which was guaranteed a thing like, this kid says he can surf, make sure he doesn't drown in the movie. But yeah, so my fun from work story was, I got to surf for work from a boat. And they jet skied me around, and I was on a sled, and I would take off the wave, and then they'd have a camera ski in front of me, and they would shoot it, and then there would be a guy waiting on the inside of the sleds, and then I'd get on the back, and he'd jet ski me back out, and I'd catch another one, and I was just like, it's my life right now. Oh my God, I called my dad, I had to talk to my dad, because I was just like, I just need somebody who understands what this is like. It was a really good day. It was a really good day. I would like another one of those, please. You got it.
That is such a broad question. We need to get more specific in the future. There's a million stories, I've been doing this now for 26 years, so you've seen a thing or 10. My gosh. Is this something that happened on set? Man, I wish I knew. Here's one. I've told this story before, so I'll tell it again. It was back from our good old Tree Hill days. All right, ready? So picture a room very much like this. That whole side is the gymnasium. This is the basketball court. That's full. You've got at least 1,000 people over there. And we're shooting this sequence where, if you've ever seen the show, it's as authentic as it comes when it comes to our basketball. We're playing, we're in it. If there's a problem with the play, we do it again, we shoot, ball leaves our hand, camera follows it through. So you have to make it. There's no, oh yeah, he made that one, and then cut to the ball game. We don't do that. So it's this probably 2-minute run up, down, up, back, and up and down the court. You have 3 cameras running to get everything, including one on a crane. And it's a 3-point fadeaway jumper. Not the easiest shot in the world, mind you. And I have to make it, which triggers the celebration from all the rest of the guys. And so, take 1, nail it. Boom. But everyone was so surprised that it was out of focus.
I gotta do it again.
And half the guys just stood there looking at it like, oh. So there was no real reaction. Even I was awestruck that it went. So we gotta go again. And we gotta go again. So it's take 17. Yeah. You're tired, you're sweating, you're exhausted. They won't condense it to just do the final fadeaway 3, which you would hope that they would. But they want, right? Just shoot that little piece. And they're like, no, we can pick up too much stuff for gameplay. No, we're gonna do it all. And remember, the whole crowd of people right there. And take 17 up, I'm falling back. hits the rim with the biggest doink ever. Just filled the house. And then I start to hear a chuckle. Just like that. And man, will that grind your gears. I'm talking, it sent me over the top. I had it. I was done. I'm like, you know what? I'm not a basketball player.
Yeah.
I'm an actor. Stick someone in there. I can't do this. So I walked off to the middle of the room, to the middle of the court, where our little Raven is. Saluted everyone and exited stage right. As you do. And I went to my trailer, and it's not a proud moment. This is not a proud moment. But it was a human moment, and that's what is important about it. I was humiliated. I was embarrassed, you know? I couldn't make the shot in front of a giant crowd of people. I'm like, dude, put me on a football field. Okay, I'm gonna make it happen. This is hard.
Dude, you did great. We'd still be there right now if it was me.
Exactly. And so, and that's what happened. So finally, they come into my trailer, and I'm like, guys, shoot it with somebody else. Have somebody else go out there, shoot it from behind them, like, do whatever you gotta do, but I'm not doing it. And like, we need you to go out there. I'm like, guys, they're freaking laughing in the crowd. They're like, they're not laughing at you. What else are they laughing at, guys? So anyway, I took 5 minutes to just collect myself, and I walked back in, and I can tell that the first AD was like, guys, who wants to check? Because I walked in, and it's like a standing ovation applause. I'm like, that's worse! You're making it worse! But we made the exact next take, and I remember the celebration was so authentic from the guys. And I remember, because it made the show, that shot made the show, of me like putting my fists up in the air, because it was so like, thank you God. Thank you God.
And I was actually a throw to save my life. That would have been a nightmare. No, man, I ran track because I can't catch a throw. I could put one foot in front of the other, but anything beyond that was just a bit complicated for Brian. So,
Fair.
Run. That's what I did.
All right, do we get questions from the crowd?
Yeah, we got some questions.
Yeah, we got our first one over here. What is one Hallmark movie plot twist that hasn't happened yet that you would like to see?
I see dead people.
Won't happen. Can't kill people. Can't kill people.
Well, we didn't kill them. What if they were already dead?
You're allowed to start.
That's a caveat. That could be a thing.
There's a loophole. There's a loophole. You could do that. I want to see aliens.
Dude.
Right? Cool. Like it's a Hallmark movie that's kind of like, what was that Leonardo DiCaprio movie that they did about the underworld?
Oh, Don't Look Up.
Don't Look Up. And it's kind of like that, but like a Hallmark Christmas story while the
Christmas movie crossed with Paul. If you haven't seen Paul, you need to look this alien movie up. It's fantastic. Oh, it's got Seth Rogen in it, so that'll kind of give you the leaning a little bit. I'm not sure that they would approve, but there's something there, and that would be hysterical.
Yeah, anything with
Aliens, yeah, dude. That's a movie.
Yeah, it feels like Judd Apatow and Hallmark go really well together.
Could be a thing.
Should be a thing.
Cowboys and aliens.
All right, we got our next question.
Hi. Ryan, I know you've been away from Hallmark for a while. When are you coming back, and when's your next movie?
I have no idea. I'd very much like the answer to that question myself. If you know anybody, put in a good word for me. I'm working on it. I stepped back for a little bit. My mom got sick. I left LA, moved to San Diego, hid in my garage for like a year and a half. Surfed a lot. And took her for rides in an old truck and stuff like that. But she's good. Life's kind of stabilized a little bit. And I left my garage, which is nice. Feels good to be social again. Remembering how to human. It's made me prone to rambling a little bit. But I'm working on it. We had a couple of meetings this year, which was kind of cool. Always good to have a meeting with people when your posters are on the wall. So that was nice. Especially when it's a bunch of people you don't know and they're kind of new to the company. I guess the central leadership swaps out every year and a half or so, something like that. Fair. Well, one of mine had a poster on the wall, and I was like, oh, God, don't know.
Or like, yeah, Howard the duck on the wall. And you're like, yeah, I did that.
So, yeah, Garfield. No, I don't know, man. You had a couple of meetings, we had some chats, who knows? I'm trying, that's the best I can give you. So, put in a good word on it.
We'll be back. We'll be back real soon. Always the fall part.
Yeah, something like that.
Who's next?
You got one.
Hi, what is your favorite film you worked on?
Ooh. I got to pick one.
Yeah, you had a good one. He was very.
I know that's totally how I work.
Very specific. No, I'll go first. So that's a great question, and I'll tell you this. First and foremost, there's something about every project you like. There's something about every project that you loathe. However, for me, like there's some that are creatively fulfilling to the nth degree. There's some that you just go home with a happy heart, full belly. But there's two that stand out for me that are the top two most fun I've ever had making a movie. And that was The Merry Gentleman. So much fun, like genuinely, and it could have gone the other way. If it wasn't that group of guys, we could have just been beating each other up and it would have been awful. But those were like friends for life. And Cinderella Story. Those are my two.
I love that we broadened favored a little bit. Now I get two. So I'm gonna go Plaza. Christmas at the Plaza was one. I met Ron Oliver, which he's just like one of my favorite human beings ever. We've been buddies ever since. So that one was cool. And then Hawaii, man, 2 tickets to paradise. I'm a sun worshiper, man. I got to go surf for work. Are you kidding me? That's insane. That was great. I flew out there early and I stayed late afterwards, and I flew like everybody in my family out at like staggered times. I was like, you wanna go to Hawaii? I got a place to stay. Come hang out. It's really cool. I know you've never been to Hawaii before. It's really nice. You should come hang out. It's cool. We'll get my time. It's good. So it was great, man. It was great. That was super fun. And again, like, I like films that are. I'm not like an actor reactor. I don't actually feel like I'm all that great at it. So I like projects that have activities, because I'm a doer of stuff, and it helps get me out of my own head. Because now I talk about it a lot, kind of ad nauseum. There's surfing in it, but that's the thing that I do. And now I don't feel like I'm performing. This is the thing I do. And now we've got all these people over here who are really curious about it. So like, yeah, I don't know. Those two they were all great. I mean, you're right. There's something about everyone, but those are really fun memories for me.
All right,
What was your first Hallmark movie, and what was the most memorable moment from that movie?
First Hallmark movie was Unleashing Mr. Darcy. There's a funny story about how Darcy came about. I had auditioned for some other project like 7-8 months before that to be like number 29,000 on the call sheet. And then I wrecked my motorcycle and we had to back out. And I'd never worked with Hallmark before, and I was like, well, there goes that. And then 6 months later, they called me for Darcy, but I was still pretty busticated from the motorcycle accident. I basically had my right hand surgically reattached. And there was a scene in there where I could get out of this pool. And it was like, the tennis scene sucks. I could barely hold the tennis rackets. I remember walking on set and just like apologizing out loud to the editor that I'm like, man, I'm gonna make your job really hard. I could barely hold the racket, let alone swing it, but we'll do the best we can. And I took like 37 ibuprofen and a Red Bull, and that was that. But getting out of the pool was weird because I had to pull myself out, and they didn't heat the pool, so the pool water was like 40. And so I just remember sitting there before the take being like, can you please start? And we had to strike the dialogue because I couldn't speak without visibly chattering, but we shot it a bunch of times because I couldn't pull myself out of the thing. So that was a memorable moment. Maybe not the best memorable moment, but hypothermia, good times. In a Speedo. Nothing like putting your best foot forward. It was a problem.
You'd be surprised how common that is. Happens a lot.
Right. First film and
First Hallmark movie.
I don't know. I don't know what my first Hallmark film was. I have no idea.
Somebody here's got to Google.
Someone knows. I don't know. It might have been $10 Cove. I don't know.
That sounds cool. That sounds beachy.
What?
That's cool.
What beachy? Was Gucci, but I don't remember my first because my brain isn't kind of chronological out the window right now. I'm a bit tired. I've been traveling a lot for the past like 3 weeks, so forgive me. I'm sleep deprived. And I got a 1-year-old who won't even let me sleep on the plane, which is not fair. Excuse me, dude. Oh, the beach house. I was close. It was on the beach. Beach? It was the beach. Yeah, it was the beach. So it was the beach house, and sorry from that. Again, freezing cold.
Yeah.
Because for some random reason, you shoot summer movies in the winter.
Yep.
It doesn't. I don't understand it necessarily. So you're outside in shorts and it's snowing, which is actually what happened in Sand Dollar Cove. It was snowing 3 times during making that film, and they kept going, "Hey, we need you in shorts and a tank top." I said, "No." No, like it was just snowing outside. They're like, yeah, but it's not reading.
I love it when there's like dialogue about like, man, what a nice, lovely summer day we've got, and there's breath fog.
It's unreal.
Summer day and chain smokers. Cool.
Anyway, so it's cool.
Hey Ryan, hey Chad, nice to meet you guys. My question is, we're right now celebrating Christmas in July. In December, I'm curious, do you guys have any holiday traditions that you guys do or look forward to during that time of year?
Any holiday traditions?
I mean, I'd say that I got 3 little babies, so Christmas is awesome. We do a lot. I mean, a lot. I will say that's probably nowadays the only time I ever drink.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve. It's like, it's the only time I'll just sit down and I'll have like whiskey on the rocks and watch It's a Wonderful Life when I'm up late with the missus. Like, it's just, I don't know why, it's just, that's my zone. It's just become my tradition. But every year we do gingerbread houses and we go big and we do everything. I mean, we're Christmas cookie to the 9s. I go full fuck Griswold in the house. Like honestly, my wife was happy that we got a house in Buffalo just so we had more area to put all this stuff that I acquired for Christmas. Because you run out of room, as you do. So just the typical, like it's not Christmas until I've watched Christmas Vacation and It's a Wonderful Life up until midnight. It's not Christmas until, we've got the cookies and I've eaten at least a whole pumpkin pie myself with an ungodly amount of
I was just gonna say, whipped cream, man. It's gotta be like, it looks like a plate of whipped cream, and I'm like, I swear there's pie in there.
Gotta go.
Just gotta dig.
Would you like some pie with you?
Yeah, you'll find it. Just keep digging. It's not a spoon, it's a shovel. It's cool. I wish, man. I've always been envious of that. Growing up, I always hoped I'd end up with the picket fence and the littles and all that stuff like that, but I kind of ended up an island under myself. So I just assembled like a chosen family, and I spoiled the shit out of my people. That's my thing. I got 3 god babies, and I got one of them. She just got her first cell phone. She's been texting me all day today. I'm like kind of emotional about it. It's pretty cute. She's like, I miss you, and I was like, you made me cry in front of like a bunch of people. I miss you too, Kira. I miss my littles. My family's always kind of been a scattered clan. We didn't really have any traditions, but my mom, once upon a time, fancied herself somewhere along the lines of Martha Stewart or something like that. She decked the house out all crazy, and then instead of doing traditional stuff, champagne launching.
That's a tradition.
That was cool. So that was a me and mom thing. My dad is not he'll get you a card that says whatever the card says, right, whatever the card says. Love Dad. That's
I spent time reading all these. Read that.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, hopefully, maybe one day I'll generate some.
My co-star on The Merry Gentleman, her Christmas tradition is to go to the strip club.
That's the tradition.
True story. I'm not blowing her in. She's the one that told everybody, so it's okay.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, that lives
in Jumbo's Clown Room.
Jumbo's Clown Room?
Yeah.
That's painting a fascinating picture in my head.
Who's next?
I bet they got champagne.
So when you were doing Hallmark movies, this is for Ryan mostly, who was your favorite Hallmark actress? And then when you start back, who would you like to star with?
Man, you can't make me single out one gal and then exclude everybody else. That's fighting words right there. It's gonna get me fired before I'm hired. I like all of them, and I hope I get to work with one of them. Man. I don't know. I've been really lucky. I've had some rough experiences in my life, and none of them on set. So I would like to be back on a set, please. Can that be a thing? I'll take it. I don't know. I can't pick a favorite. I've been really lucky. I mean, most of the folks that get through all the screening stuff and actually end up on a set anyways are good humans. You're going to be lucky to work with them, regardless of who they are, because the network just doesn't hire bad people. So I've been lucky. I've been really lucky. I would repeat any of them. Yeah, I missed it. What happened? What? Yeah, right? I can't pick one.
Amen. Hey, look, there's no way. There is no answer to that question. There's no answer to that question. They're all awesome, and there are different experiences. Every single time is just a new experience. And I'll tell you, in this world in particular, you know a little bit more what you're getting because you know that you're going to get somebody that enjoys this vibe. So usually they have a really warm heart in this world. You don't always know what you're getting into when you walk into a film.
Yeah, fair.
You can get on set and you could have completely opposite personas. And you're like, oh, well, this is not going to go well. No. And that's why they always shoot the love scenes first.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, let's get the kiss out of the way just in case. They don't have
time to develop a loathing for each other. Yeah. Let's get this done quick.
But I've been pretty blessed. They're all awesome, and you know, they've all become friendly with the missus and the kids, and it's great. It's awesome.
All right, next.
Hi, I was wondering if there's a skill or hobby that one of your characters had that you carried on into real life.
Well, that's a funny thing. So I've gotten to do a couple of like activity-based stuff, and everybody always asks us, is Hallmark that brought that into my life? It's kind of the exact opposite. I've rock climbed since I was a kid, and I've surfed since I was a kid. And so for me, I guess it's kind of backwards. I'm just really jazzed that the film got me, and I got to do things that I do in the film. So that worked out good. But yeah, climbing and surfing, big fan. I got to do a little of both in two films, so that was cool.
Horseback riding.
Yeah.
I hadn't done it until I moved back to Los Angeles and did The Lone Ranger and learned over 2.5 months before filming and fell in love with it. Just love horseback riding. So whenever Westerns come along, I'm like, yep, we do it. I could be dirty and ride a horse. Let's go.
Yeah. That's a good point. Horseback riding would be mine because I grew up in Los Angeles. It's not a prominent equestrian community where I grew up. But yeah, that's something I don't do it a ton now, but I love them. I think they're magnificent animals, and I'm lucky that work gave me that opportunity to learn that and do that. That's great.
Hi, so I was wondering, out of all the characters you both have played, if there's any that you like relate to or find yourself like characteristics in? Like some of the shows or TV shows?
There's always a piece, right? So, especially if you play a character for a long time, you and the character tend to merge together over the years. You know, like if I said, oh, I'm really very much like my murderous rage cowboy and outlaws and angels, yeah, I probably great movie. Very different at home. You know, which is why actually currently I'm trying to stay doing light films only because I don't like bringing that energy home when I've got young babies at home. You know, it's just like one of those things you don't want to do. So for me, I'd say there's a little bit of me in Austin Ames, Lucas Scott, and Hal Jones. Those are the three that they're much closer to home. They're more the moral compass, and they like to keep things light with a little bit of outdoorsy sports world.
I kind of toe the line a little bit between Nathan from GH and probably Josh from the Hawaii one. The same deal, kind of easygoing, like had a good time. Nathan's a little straight-laced, but you know, some of these things, the performances are kind of guided for you. So you make choices and they're like, that was lovely. We're going to go again. Do it this way, please. And so, but there's just pieces. There's always pieces. There's always pieces. So I think I probably told the line between those.
Out of all the characters that you play throughout the year, is there any character you would like to go and visit back and see where their story has gone? Revisit them.
Austin. Yeah, I don't know. I just really love him. Well, thank you, darling. I saw there was a jersey around here earlier. I saw there it is. I just think that there's more story there, and the characters could have evolved so much over the course of the last 20 years that it'd be interesting to navigate, and at least turn over a few stones and see what's there. Maybe something will come to fruition, maybe not, but that'd be something I'd be interested in.
Man, I don't know. A third Darcy might be cool. Selfishly, I wouldn't mind seeing Ashley Williams again in Hawaii. Maybe we could do a 2 tickets part 2 or something like that. Those would be cool. That would be fun. Huh? Timeless? Timeless could be a thing. See how Whitley's doing in the modern age. Be fascinating to watch him navigate a car. Or a television or a computer. Email? Sorcery.
Or we just go the other way, and I could spend a little bit more time doing the Ted Bundy thing.
Yeah.
You know, just go
I got
do
to
it.
play a really angry guy on a movie that ended up on Lifetime. That's cool.
Go down the complete opposite way. Wait, what?
Yeah, that was a weird thing to be like neck veins and spit bubbles for 4 straight weeks.
Did you go home angry?
I was angry all the time.
Yep.
All the damn time. So, I don't know, that was weird. I'm not, again, like, I don't know the acty thing. I can't fake it. I'm a terrible faker. So, if I'm angry, I'm angry, man. If I'm sad, I'm sad. So, yeah, you kind of live in that space for a while. That's exhausting.
Well, that's the whole thing. I think as an actor, it takes a while to finally pick that up. I don't know how long Robert's going to do it. A while.
A bit off and on.
It gets stuck in it.
Yeah.
You can't shake it off. It's like you're inhabiting and you're pulling in an energy from outside, and it's hard to get rid of.
Yeah, there was a phase afterwards where I kind of like quarantined myself a little bit. Where I'm like, Jesus, I think I'm like, God, relax, dude. This is a job. You're home now. It's fine. You're fine. Like, I don't know.
So, my favorite show of all time is Gilmore Girls. And I was wondering, what was it like working with Lauren Graham and Alexis Bledsoe?
Oh my gosh, so, I mean, awesome. You know, I was such a newbie, so to cut my teeth on that show, it was a little bit like his, to be honest with you. You know, it's trial by fire. Gilmore was a show where you were not allowed to take pauses, you were not allowed to take breaks. There's no changing the pace of the show. So you're 19 years old, fresh off the boat from, Buffalo, New York. You're doing your best to educate yourself on acting, and you've got Lauren and Alexis, who they're living there 7 days a week. I mean, genuinely, it was like 7 days a week. I mean, it's only 5 days a week, but they were in overtime every day. And they know the cadence, they know the world, and I'm coming in like every other episode, every 3 episodes to try to pick up a day here and there with Tristan. And there's like, no breaks, no pauses. Yes, but my mom just died. I don't care, let's do it. And that was hard. But it was great to learn, and anytime you learn from any show mentality, the woman's a literary genius. I mean, her writing's incredible, it's impeccable, so pretty cool.
I just want to say thank you guys, that anytime that you play a role in a movie or on Hallmark, we know we can sit down and you can take us away from the world
and you guys are so genuine. I mean, you're like your roles. They're picked perfectly for you. So thank you for the entertainment that you've given all of us. I can actually say that, I think. We just love you guys so much. And my question is for Chad, because I'm a hairstylist. Your hair is so perfect. We all need to know, what are you using in your hair, because it has not moved in hours.
Oh, it ain't going nowhere. So in the morning, I just take it off the nightstand. And I'm good to go.
Keeps it consistent.
Hey, it's continuity. That's it, you know. I learned on set continuity. No, for me, so when I'm home, I just put my hands through it, let it go crazy, and I'll put it up in a little, you know, man bun with my daughter. Usually it's pink, but my pink one's missing. I don't know where the heck I lost it. Probably gave it to the, oh wait, no, there it is. There she is. Hey. So when I go to work though, typically it's like, you jump out of the shower, I throw a ball cap on, and leave the hat on, and that sets it. And then I just spray it and jet out, because we don't have time to waste. Gotta get here, see lovely people. Yeah, and I don't like messing with it. Like, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to mess with my hair all day, so I'm gonna set it and forget it. Yeah, just moving on, you know what I mean? Orbe. Yes. O-R-I-E-E. Orbe. Yeah, yes, it's shellac, it's from the 50s, it's just research. That's why I do it, man. I ain't going nowhere. But it's not like George is moving.
I'm just hoping mine stays, man, and mine only does one thing. That's it.
Mine too.
There you go.
Yeah, his isn't moving either. It's great you calling me out. No, genuinely, thank you. And you know what's funny? I keep getting people telling me, I'm not going to tell you who these people are, to cut it. And see, that's what I guess I said, I'm going to take that video and I'm going to send it. I'm going to send that video to the powers that be. They keep saying, touch your hair. Nah. Just going to let it go. My dad, I mean, he's 71, and I swear he's got more hair than most 20-year-olds. It's insane. So,
I didn't get the hair genes or the teeth genes, so I'm just...
You have great hair. Great teeth. What are you talking about?
Well, toothpaste and wishes. That's wishes. Hope. Held together by hope and pomade. I don't know, man.
Oh, you got one.
Hi guys, I'm Lloyd. My question is, during COVID, when it was difficult for actors to work, and we were all kind of stuck at home, navigating how we, all of us were going to pull through that. How is it that you navigated through that to keep yourselves going through that? And also, for me, to you, Ryan, just sharing your camera roll. When you think that none of you guys, yet you guys don't think that you have an impact on us, you do. And I just want to thank you guys so much for what you give us to our lives, because Ryan, sharing your camera roll during COVID is what inspired me to get up off the couch and start living again. So I wanted to thank you for that. Just a simple little thing that could save somebody.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I've been lucky. I traveled a lot. I got to go to a lot of places, do a lot of fun stuff. And so, yeah, so I made a lot of jewelry during that time because my shop's always been in my house. So that was great. They're like, you don't want to leave? That's all right. I don't have to leave. I work at home. I just spent a lot of time in my spare bedroom teaching myself how to do stuff. And then, yeah, my Instagram really ever follows me on Instagram or anything like that. Back in the day, it used to just be a lot of pictures of like, this is a cool looking tree. That is a nice looking beach. Like, I'd gotten to go to some really nice places to see some stuff. And nature photography was sort of just a passive hobby of mine. And, you know, and you hear a lot from folks who are getting cabin fever, who want to go out into the world and do stuff, and maybe more than COVID couldn't do some of the adventures that I did for a myriad of reasons. And so yeah, I started this sort of like isolation series where I just was going through my camera roll. I had like 54,000 photographs or something like that, and I'm like, I'm sure I could scrounge together a few of these. And so I just started posting one a day of like, this is a cool hike that I did, this was kind of an artsy fartsy thing, this is this trip that I took with my dad, and the fog was on the river at dawn, and I just started doing all of that stuff. And yeah, I mean, we carried it on for most of lockdown where we were at, and it was great. So I appreciate that resonated, you know. I promise I'll fix that stuff, I'll get it to you this week.
You know, look, I'm a homebody, to be completely honest with you. I'm highly agoraphobic, even though it doesn't seem like it. I'm highly agoraphobic, even though it doesn't seem like it. This is a different type of thing. I don't know why, but I've always been capable of these types of things. But if you ask me out to dinner, it'd be a whole, no, it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. You know, if I'm gonna go to a Disneyland or something like that, like I need like 2 weeks prep. You gotta get in there and just like mentally get myself right for it. So for me, being home, being with the kids, and Sarah, there were so many beautiful memories made in that time. As much as there was so much pain going on in the world, I got to experience a lot of things that I don't think I would have gotten to experience if it wasn't for that moment in time. And I was also really lucky because I had a relationship with a man who was making Christmas movies, and he called and said, hey, let's go to work. And got me during lockdown all the way to Ontario. And we filmed 2 movies back to back. And then right after that, they flew me down to Puerto Rico to shoot 2 more movies back to back. So like I might have been the most working actor during COVID that I know.
Man, that sounds great.
It was pretty incredible for me. And all I wanted to do was just spread the love and joy that I got to experience with others. And so we did a lot of that. We did a lot of just trying to lift everybody up. And I think that that's kind of how I base everything in my life. It's just about spreading light, love, and going out there. That's why I'm like, the social media is just a positive playground. It's a positive place. If people come there, I want them to have a positive experience where it's just letting up. We're not there to do anything and let's just float. Let's just go. Let's go on an adventure and let's tell great stories and you know, I'm gonna love you, babe. Deal with it. You know, so that's it.
All right, everybody, give it up for Chad Michael Murray and Ryan Paevey.